Good morning vlog, day 4. Basically, it's 10:17. It was really weird this morning because when I went to bed, I woke up around like 4 and couldn't go back to sleep until like 6:30. Don't know what that was about, just so much going on in my mind. That was weird. But we're up now, we got the sleep back, but now we gotta play catch up. So let's do it, let's start our day. Okay, now that we have some light in here, we made our bed, floor is clean, we're gonna go get something to eat. Very hungry. Also, there's something stuck in my throat, so I need to eat something. Just shove that down before I sat down. Hopefully it's not anything bad, but yeah, that's pretty much it. I'm gonna eat, then probably gonna do some reading and roll out because my body's pretty sore, do a workout, and then we'll see from there. So let's do it. All right, guys, we're here after reading. It was a great reading thing. I like what it says here, and it really speaks to my own struggles that I've been having recently. By literally the first line that I read, which says, "The stuff outside you, no matter how troubling, is not as dangerous as the mess that is inside of you." And basically, it goes on to say, if you don't defeat the disaster of sin by separating yourself by sinful people, places, or experiences, then you gotta fix your problem of the sin inside of you, the sin that still resides in our hearts. Now, the thing is, when you do get saved and when you do repent and give your heart to Jesus, you get his blood washed over you and you become clean. However, because we are human and because of the nature and because of what has happened, we all have darkness inside that we ourselves need to overcome. What this speaks to, and what I really like it, what it's saying is like, yes, removing yourself from people, places, or experiences that you really feel that outside pressure of sin is a great thing to do, and something that I have done, especially very much recently, removing myself from places that I don't need to be in. However, that's only one step of the process, and I did that, and now thinking, oh, I'm good, blah 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 blah, like I stopped being friends with this person, I stopped going here, I stopped doing this, I stopped looking at this. That's all great, but I haven't stopped what's in my own heart and stopped the things that I am selfishly doing because of my own, again, selfish ambitions. Because when you really start to focus on you, it becomes all about self, which is extremely dangerous and leads to a ton of different things. So I really liked it hitting on that for me specifically, just as a reminder, and Jesus being like, hey dude, like, listen, you're your own worst enemy. You gotta beat you. As soon as you beat you, no one can stop you. But then it goes on to say in the next book, and the title is literally just friendship, and it talks about how David, Moses, and Jesus all had their guys. Now, the best thing for me and the best example that I can think of is actually Daniel and his group of friends. Because you think Daniel and his 3 friends, his 3 buddies, they're very famous for 2 different reasons, 2 different stories that they're not a part of. But the way they got to those 2 famous stories is by being together. They were all taken together because they were young men and they were being trained up, but they all did things differently because they all wanted to be different. They didn't want to be like everyone else. They wanted to be better. They wanted to do things in the way that the Lord wanted them to do it, not that was the best way or the best thing to do. Because you think everyone else had the same opportunity. Here's the best food, best training, best this, best that the king is going to give you. But Daniel and his friends were like, no, like, I'm going to do this because this is what the Lord tells me to do. This is the Lord's law, so I'm going to do it. And they became better than everyone else. Everyone started at a level playing field, but because Daniel and his friends wanted to do something out of the norm, they stood up for each other. And that's where you get the story of Daniel in the lion's den. I might have been saying David this whole time. I mean Daniel. Daniel in the lion's den and his 3 friends in the fire. Those are two very, very famous biblical stories about how they handled things, how they did things, and how Jesus was there for them. But again, the way they got there is by being some people who weren't scared to share their faith and weren't scared to do things differently. Now, what it talks about here is what it says about, Moses. He didn't want to speak, so he had the help of Aaron and Joshua. David had Jonathan's friendship and the protection of his mighty men, and Jesus had the companionship of his disciples. Now, what this really means is we need to be an authentic, godly Christian friend that can share encouragement and that is filled with the power and wisdom of the Lord. It goes on to speak about how we tend to isolate ourselves and pull back, either because we're scared or because we think we're going to mess up. When in reality, if we put ourselves out there and show, like, hey, this is what the Lord has done for me, this is how I have gone through this, let me help you, instead of just being people, like, how many people do you know who they only talk to you when they had a bad day, they only want to come to you when something's wrong, or, they're really always hurt and they always share the bad side of life. All of those are fine, but how are you responding? Are you responding in a way that's just feeding that negativity? Or are you responding in a way that's like, hey dude, listen, I promise you, I know this sucks, but this, and this. Or, hey, I'm here to listen to you. I want to hear what's going on because I care about you, and actively listening and then helping them with their feelings instead of being an encourager of this hurt. Now, sometimes that doesn't work and you need to let people know, hey, I'm here for you. I totally get it, dude. I'm struggling with this, and this. That's completely fine. But there's a difference between that and just being an enabler. So I thought that was really, really good. Basically, just listen, fight the sin that's fight the sin that's in yourself, and then be a good, godly Christian friend. Don't just stand by, but speak up. So that's what I got out of reading day. It was really good. I really liked it, so pretty sick. All right, now we got some reading done, and now I think we got a ton of homework done. Basically, just gonna go throw now. I think it's around like 5:30 to 6 o'clock, somewhere around there. So losing daylight because I want to go on the dirt mound today. So we're just gonna go out there. We're not gonna throw hard. We're just gonna chill out. We're gonna throw it in there. It's gonna be a field bullpen. We gotta make sure we're landing, hip, shoulder, go. That way I can freaking start throwing strikes and be actually usable. I threw 50 pitches in 2 innings, gave up 4 runs on Saturday. That's absolutely atrocious to a team that never should have hit me in the first place. Absolutely atrocious, as I said. So we're gonna go fix that. So we're gonna get ready and we're gonna go do that. Just get some feel in and break this cycle. So let's do it. All right, so we're here right before the bullpen. We're going out there on the dirt mound, as you'll see. So basically, the whole point of this is if I slip, I know my body's out of control. And if y'all know and have watched for a while or seen any clips of me throwing, when I slip, I get so frustrated because it is so annoying and honestly terrifying and can completely ruin a whole bullpen session. And basically the whole point of this bullpen is don't do that while still trying to throw. So just really got to be under control. Warmed up a little bit, stretched a little bit, just got into it. Body's feeling okay, but again, I'm not supposed to be throwing near full, not even 90. Like I'm trying to go like 75, like lower end, just so I can make sure like I'm doing this for feel and just for film purposes. So that's the goal. Let's get into it. Let's show you some highlights. Twice, 2 times, make an adjustment. Alright, just finished up the bullpen. It was good. Definitely my arm hurts because I just threw like 100 pitches. But it doesn't feel as bad as it did a couple days ago, so that means progress. That means I'm doing things better. Also, I'm so close. I really liked the field bullpen. I definitely will be doing it again. And my aunt and uncle stopped by and they gave me some compliments. That was really nice. Really needed that. So overall, great few hours. You know, I really feel like I accomplished a lot today. There we go. And now I'm just gonna take a bath, you know, get all my muscles loose, probably go roll out, do a core workout, and then I'm not sure. So we'll see. Let's do it. All right, gang, it is time to go to sleep. Did a lot today. Just, yeah. Trying to figure out that 1%. I feel like that 1% thing is really just that bullpen and learning like, hey, you don't gotta throw 100% every single throw. Like sometimes you just gotta feel it out and learn, what is my body doing? Where am I going? How am I doing things? What the heck is actually happening? And then making adjustments along the way. So I would say the way I got 1% better today is just by feeling myself and really breaking it down step by step instead of just going out there and doing it, because that's what the pros do. The pros are very intentional with every little detail that they do, down to the exact minute. So that's how I got better today. I'm about to go edit this video and a couple of other videos before I hit the hay. Pretty tired, my body's really sore, but on the bright side, it was a good day today. So can't argue with that. Tomorrow, we're gonna come back bigger and better though, for real. I don't think I have anything, so basically just gonna be, again, doing the little things, doing what I need to do. I kind of want to get some more reading in and figure out a couple more books that I feel like that I can add to my repertoire, just build my mind. So I'll see y'all tomorrow. Thanks for watching. Good night.